So, two or three things that we didn't get to in class, and you'll need to know to do the homework. First of all, going right to the end of the handout, E and F are both kind of special cases. Just think about it. Think about what's being asked here. It's saying x plus 1, so the absolute value of x plus 1 is greater than or equal to minus 16. So an absolute value that is greater than or equal to minus 16, that is greater than a negative number, will all, or a better way to put it actually is no absolute values are negative. We don't really consider absolute values as being positive, but they're certainly not negative. So they're all greater than minus 16. So it doesn't matter what x is. X could be 999,999, and okay, fair enough, that's going to be greater than a negative number. It could be minus 999,990. It could be any number, negative or positive, because take any number, negative or positive, and its absolute value is going to be not negative, meaning that it's going to be greater than whatever negative you have on the other side. So the way you could answer this, I suppose the way you should answer this would be, what's the solution set? The solution set is x, such that x belongs to the real numbers, all real numbers, including 0. So then f, so what do we got? 2p plus 1, the absolute value. An absolute value which is less than minus 25. Well, again, no absolute values are negative. So there just is no solution in this case. And so that's your answer, no solution. There are no values of p in which we're going to get an absolute value which is less than negative 25, because there are no absolute values which are less than 0. So then working backward, so C, 24 minus Q, going to be less than 11, and 24 minus Q will be values that are also greater than minus 11. It's an AND situation, looking for this set. So go ahead and solve through. We're going to go minus 24, minus 24, same thing over here, 4, 4. So we cancel out there, minus q less than minus 13, cancel out there, and on the other side, the other equation, minus q greater than minus 35. So, well, here we are already. We're going to be dividing by minus 1. Divide by minus 1. In both cases, minus 1, minus 1. And what didn't get said, what didn't get discussed, is this. When you divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you flip the sign, the greater than or less than sign. So what we end up, I'll explain a little bit just a second after I do this. So since we're dividing by 1, we can go, now q, positive, but is greater than 13. And over here, q is less than 35. Why? The why is a little bit hard to explain, but the best way to look at it is this. That negative and positive, they're just directions on a number line, one way or the other. It's direction. And the same thing with less than or greater than. Less than or greater than, we're basically talking about a direction. That things are less than, or a direction that things are greater than. And if you change the sense of direction, as it were, then you need to change the sense of direction. So we're no longer, when we are now talking about negatives of everything, talking about looking that way, one way, we're talking about looking the other way. So the rule, if you want to just go with the rule, is whenever you're dealing with inequalities, not equalities, but whenever you're dealing with inequalities and you divide or multiply by a negative number on both sides to maintain the equality, then you flip the greater than or less than sign. So, and the other thing that I don't think that we did enough that we probably should, in fact we should, is leave the way that we did it in class, which I do think is the best way to do it, the most understandable way to do it, leave it in the shortcut form where we put the q in the middle and we go less than. I guess we did do this, but so what's q less than? Q is less than 35. And what's q greater than? Q is greater than 13. So that is the final answer. And which brings us back to where we missed that the first time through. And where was it? There might even be other examples, but I don't think so, because we did those, but we didn't do this. We didn't do this one. So just for completion's sake, we're going to end up with a minus k with this one. So this is just getting back to inequalities, straightforward without absolute value. So 9 minus 2k less than 8. Okay, so we're going to go up and we're going to go minus 9, minus 9. And we're going to cancel those out. So we get minus 2k is less than minus 1. Okay, we're dividing through by minus 2, minus 2. So, okay, fair enough, we got rid of our negative 2 over there. But k, since we've divided by a negative number, we flip the sign to be greater than 1/2. Don't think we did that in class. Check your notes to see if we did, but we should have flipped the sign. I don't remember doing so. So this is the answer.